Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pencil and Sword, the online writing retreat. I'm Arkudel, and I'm here this week to host a few writing exercises with everybody. Yesterday, we did a little bit of free writing. We did some novel writing. Other people went ahead and did what they wanted to do. It was very cool. Tonight, we're going to be working with a prompt over here on the left. Before we do that, though, I want to go over what we are and why we're here. As I mentioned, we are an online writing retreat. We meet every day, Monday through Friday, around 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. Although, because Americans are going to be going through daylight savings time, that's going to be switching everybody over there to about 6:15 EST. If that's a problem, go ahead and let me know, and I'll try to rearrange my schedule to make things more convenient for everybody to come in and do a little bit of writing. Um, our goal, and my goal, I am a graduate student, and this is my capstone project, kind of like my thesis project. My goal is to build a strong online community of writers who come in. They don't have to be fantastic writers, you don't have to be a published writer, you just have to be somebody who's interested in developing your writing skill. Sometimes it's hard to get motivated and go ahead and do a little bit of writing every night. And I totally get that. I've totally been there. I've had projects sitting on my desk for months and in some cases years. Uh, don't tell my professors that. But that being said, I think by having a place to come every night and someone to write with you, that really helps motivate people to get a little bit more work done. That being said, let's take a look over at the left. I have a writing prompt for us to work with tonight. The newspapers called me a hero. If they only knew the truth. We're going to take about 20 minutes and we're going to work with this. Um, if you happen to have any questions out there, or you would like to share what you wrote, or just get an opinion, or get some inspiration, you're welcome to write over my chat. I read it actively even as I write. Um, I'm happy to help you out. So, welcome. Let's put about 20 minutes on the clock. Let's get it done. I'll throw on some music for us. Helps me write. Thank you, Easy Beasy. Let's get some writing done. Excuse me, guys. Nah, a little bit of a cold coming down. How's our work coming so far? I'm enjoying mine. Oh, come on. I'm not having a good night for typing. Okay. Let's keep rolling with this prompt. How you doing, Easy Busy? She's doing good. I think we're the only ones out here tonight, so we'll just keep working. Someone else joins us, they can join our next work. If anybody happens to show up and wants to join us, tonight's prompt is the newspapers called me a hero. If they only knew the truth. You can see my story is a little bit horrible. Let's see. Hey, Udi, how you doing tonight? Don't worry about it, it's okay. I'm doing okay. How you doing? We're working on a prompt tonight that began. The newspapers called me a hero, if they only knew the truth. And I'm working on a pretty evil piece that I'm pretty proud about. We'll take a break from this prompt real quick if you want to write with us for the next one. We've been working on this one for about 20-25 minutes, so I think it's a good place to take a break. If Easy Busy, are you ready to wrap up yours? She needs a little bit more time? Oh, absolutely, Udi. Do you want to just keep working on that, and we'll just keep working through for about another 10 or 15 minutes? I think it's just us tonight, so we can write about whatever we want. Awesome. I've got about 20-25 minutes. So if we take 15-20 minutes to write and then a few minutes to share, and then I gotta run over to my class this morning. After that, I'm pretty free though. I think I'm free for the rest of tonight. I do have to set up a D&D campaign for tomorrow. My friends and I, we play online. I'm the dungeon master, and they are terrible, horrible human beings who break my game consistently. I'll just repaste the prompt if anybody happens to join us. You all set, easy busy? Okay, I'll finish up mine in just a second. We'll give Udi a sec to work hers out as well. I'm gonna switch this out of my calendar. Okie dokie. Start sharing. Udi, you can keep working. That's okay, Udi. I'm happy to have you hanging out here with us. And yeah, I don't blame you. Kind of hard to just jump right into things, right? You need a couple minutes to warm up. But that's cool. You can see what a horrible person I am. I'm sure you already know what a horrible person I am, but this will help ascertain it. Um, Easy busy. Are you in Discord? Okay, cool. Okay, I'd like you to share yours. I'll go ahead and share mine first. Um, so the newspapers called me a hero. If they only knew the truth. Not only am I credited with saving a group of women and children from certain doom, both the police and reporters say that I did so in the spirit of altruism and leadership. I would have to agree with the latter. I was definitely the first one out of that burning building, and would be again, given the choice. Let's start at the beginning, though. For the record, this is being recorded, isn't it? I would like to state that it was not my fault the fire spread in the first place. It was the microwaves for being woefully unequipped to properly warm my fork. I even wrapped the damn thing in tinfoil to help the microwave process my perfectly reasonable request of it. Properly disturbed by the sparks and the reek of brimstone, though, I left the kitchenette to find someone to complain to. No, I did not turn off the microwave. Why would I do that? It was hissing at me like a righteously pissed dragon, and I still wanted my fork to be warm when I found someone adult enough to tell me that everything would be okay. When I failed to do so, I decided to eat my brownies by hand, like an animal or like a peasant. Look, my lunchtime is exactly 2 hours, and why would I waste precious, unredeemable minutes of that cleaning a mess and stealing the pleasure of a job well done from the janitorial staff? We barely pay the poor bastards, and cleaning our kitchen disasters is all they have. They won't do my job after all. Hell, even I barely do my job. That's why I'm an excellent and award-winning manager. So, when someone burst into my office screaming about a fire, I told everyone not to worry. I'd disabled the fire alarms weeks before, and that's why it was impossible for us to experience fires. Though the next person to disagree with this irrefutable logic would be fired. I returned to my desk to note this wonderful wordplay down on my MySpace blog. Tom thinks it's hilarious, I'm sure. It was only when the flames had wound their way toward my door that I could properly assess the threat they posed to my workers, their children, and mostly myself. Boldly, I explained the fire escape plan. They would create a human ladder, dangling from the window and locked hand by hand, down which I could egress, and thus lead the police and fire crew to the scene. This would have worked save for the fragility of the human child. This is an evolutionary and genetic defect brought about by weak parenting. My workers should be ashamed of themselves, bringing their DNA rejects to the Halloween party. The future of humanity was the true horror here. In that respect, I congratulated them, loudly, in front of the window that no longer served as an escape route. Why did I choose the window? Well, because the doors were locked. Can you imagine the loss of productivity that would come with allowing workers freedom to use the bathroom? Even scheduling breaks. Why provide hope that would not come? Besides, that's what plastic bottles are for. See the cleaning staff above. Now, normally I would have the key. That's true. However, I kept the key on a keychain. I keep everything valuable on that thing so I don't lose it. The key shared a noble place of honor with my fork, which, as you can imagine, shared a noble place of honor in the microwave, which had chosen to eat everything that I love. So there we were, trapped. They began to cry, to mourn for what would inevitably come to pass, none louder than myself, for I understood the tremendous loss that I would be to the world. Yet inspiration came in those crackling flames, and the memories of Cops reruns viewed through the drunken haze of drowsy eyes. I would like to note that children's constitution toward making a human bridge also precludes them from becoming effective battering rams. It took several solid whacks with a variety of chubby children to break the lock and open the pathway to freedom. The hysterics of their parents will be noted in an upcoming performance review. Mine will explain how awesome I am. Yet the way was open and I led. We sprinted through hallways of falling debris and I carried 2 kids over my head to safety. When we came to blockages in the way, I scrambled over my taller workers to break free and show them how to escape not only with haste, but style. Every moment is an opportunity to teach, to demonstrate how the better half thrives. That, someday, certainly not today, they can overcome their own despondent shortfallings and evolve into something greater. Oh yes, I was the first one out of that inferno, and no, I did not look back to check upon those who followed me. I did not need to. A master archer need not watch his arrow's arc to know the bullseye pierced, and thus a leader of my caliber need not observe the unstructured meanderings of his underlings to know that, by virtue of my radiant aura itself, that all would be more or less well. So no, the newspapers may call me a hero, but they do not know the truth. I'm not a hero. I'm a legend. And that's why I'm a horrible human being. I write these things at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Let's see what Easy Beasy did. Do you want to come in Discord and share? Yeah? No? No, please? You could be awesome. You'll be my hero. Even more legendary than my character over here. Hop on in, it's okay. Okay. I think it's your tilde key. I think it's your tilde key. I can hear you.
All right. My writing. The newspapers called me a hero if they knew the truth. Hero jumped into action. I'm looking at the main title of paper this morning. Excuse me. The paper is carrying the incident I'm involved in, but I don't want people to find out what truly happened there. I was wandering around to get the chance to make me a fortune for the day. Yes, I'm a glorious thief. It was a hot and humid day. I found a truck on the street and decided to check out whether it has something valuable. I didn't want to look too suspicious, so I first walked past the vehicle. Uh, my scanning like eyes caught all the thing at once while walking by the truck. Let's see. Oh, there's a smartphone. It might be the one for the day. For today, I got back to the vehicle and smashed the window. I picked up the smartphone and looked closely. Wait, isn't it Samsung Note 7 the bomb? I don't want to cook myself before I make money out of this. So I put it back and stormed away. And it turned out that inside the truck, a German shepherd was sleeping on the floor in the back seat in the scorching sun. I didn't notice at all. The newspaper said it was a good thing the window was destroyed. If the window wasn't broke, the dog would probably be dead, said Jack Black, owner of the truck and the puppy. The dog was in the back seat. I want to thank the hero who saved my dog's life. The owner wants to find me and compensate it, but I don't want it.
Thank you, Easy Beasy. It was fantastic. Smash open the truck to save the dog. That happens sometimes in the U.S. where people will break the window of a car to save a dog, and sometimes the owner actually wants to be paid for the damage to their vehicle because some people suck. Entirely true. All right. That being said, we still have a few minutes left. Let's what can we do with about 10 minutes? Udi, you wanna try something with us? Where are my? I guess we can just grab a couple things to do. You did great, Easy Peasy. Right? Let me grab my dice. They're actually right over here. So I just need a little bit of inspiration. I used up my prompt for today. I need something that is very quick. So let's go with it. We're gonna go with a. There's a parachute. a dice, and a sleepy person. Let's take a very short time. Let's take about 5 or 6 minutes and do as much as we can with those 3 ideas. So parachute, dice, and sleepy person. We'll call it microfiction. Microfiction is usually with just a very few words, but let's try keeping it to about 100 words, which is about 1 paragraph. As just something to get down on the page. Let's see what we can roll with this. I'm just gonna keep track of my my words because I don't want to. Hey, Mike Bike. That's okay. You're here now. Unfortunately, we do have to wrap up pretty soon, but I'm happy to have you here. What we're doing right now, we're trying to do a very, very short piece of microfiction with these 3 topics: parachute, dice, and sleepy person. Um, and we're trying to keep the entire story under 100 words. Right now, if you see what I wrote, that's about 50 words, 47 words. I just checked it in Word. Um, so if you want to do that with us, that would be very welcome. We're going to wrap up in about 3 minutes, so you can get down whatever you'd like. And then we're sharing, and then I've got class in about 15 minutes, so I have to wrap up and make myself a little bit more presentable than I try to look on stream, because I'm a lazy jerk, uh, and wander over to class. Luckily, I live in the same building on the same floor as my academy, so I don't have to wander very far, but paragraph. You are not being my friend today. There we go. Oops, I'm writing this in Word and not over here. That's why my paragraphs are not working with me. Did I spell bungee wrong? No. Awesome, everybody. Let's wrap that up. It doesn't matter how much you have. Mine is just basically a rambling piece of foolishness. I just want to share with you guys, and I'd like you to share whatever you came up with me. If you look over to my document, you can read along with me. Mine says, I never really liked Alex. He's a lazy douche on the best of days, a gambler on others, never having had a real job to call his own. When he opened the Crapshoot Indoor Skydiving Range and Swimming Pool Club, I have to admit, I had my doubts. When he asked me to be the first one to jump, though, I was more eager than wise. So here I am now, staring down into the watery abyss, and did he fill the swimming pool with sharks? I'm wearing a bungee cord now, too. And as he explains to me that he has expanded his business to be the Crapshoot Indoor Skydiving Range and Swimming Pool Club plus bungees just in case, I'm reminded of exactly how much I dislike Alex. Udi came up with something. Wow, Udi, I'm impressed. You had even less time than I did to work on it. I glanced out the airplane window. As we reached a steady altitude about 1,500 feet above ground, I could barely contain my yawns. I hadn't slept at all the night prior to our skydiving trip. My mind raced with thoughts good and bad. Jane tapped my shoulder and I turned towards her. She had a very stern expression, but her heart was much lighter. She asked, would you like to play a round of Yahtzee before we jump? I brought the cup and the dice. She shook the cup for added effect. I stared back at her with a blank look upon my face. I thought to myself, are you crazy, woman? We have parachutes strapped to our bodies. How could you think of Yahtzee at a time like this? Yet I replied in a monotone voice, no thanks, Jane. Maybe next time. I have to say, I love the character. I want to know more about Jane, the woman who brings Yahtzee to skydive. I want to know, does she bring it to like go motorcycling? I need to know this. Jane must be developed. Thank you, Udi. Thank you so much. Anybody else happen to have anything? Easy busy? Did you happen to come up with something? Yeah? Okay. Jane the Yahtzee addict. Do you want to read it? Okay, I'll read it for you. What would be harder? Doing a parachute jump aiming on a spherical triangle dice? Interesting. Or on a sleepy, drunken, bald old man's head? Doing a parachute jump aiming on a spherical triangle dice. Easy Busy has broken the laws of reality. Physics themselves bend at her wordplay. Well done. You did good. I like it. Thank you. And thank you, Udi. Mike Bike, did you happen to do anything, or was it just too short for you? Did yours send? Let me check. Let me check Discord. I don't happen to see it. Uh, you might have to paste it like little bit by little bit, like Udi did. You see the small paragraphs because because the chat can be kind of a jerk with chat with word limits. Okay, you did it. I've never been a sleepy person, but that day I felt so exhausted, so tired. I felt as if I could sleep forever. But all I remember is closing my eyes and falling back asleep. Very strong, Mike Bike. Thank you for the host, everybody. I'm super sorry it's not going to be for very long, but Udi and Gord, but I do appreciate it. Uh, is that okay? I dreamt of me driving to a skydiving range. I felt as if I just won $1 million with a roll of a dice. Well, I got there and went into the helicopter. We got up 10,000 feet and I jumped. I soon realized I forgot my parachute and started to free fall fast to the ground. I suddenly woke up, startled from my nightmare, and said, "Thank God that was just a dream," as I hugged the ground. I like it. Even in such a short time, you've come up with some pretty powerful words. Um, I'm impressed. Is that the end, Mike Bike? If so, sorry guys, I blanked out for a second. Awesome. You did fantastically. Thank you. And thank you, Udi, and thank you, Easy Busy, for sharing. Uh, Fantastic work. I'll be back from Tuesday, my time, which will be Monday night, your time. Unfortunately, for the time being, I have to shift everything back an hour for you guys because of daylight savings time. Um, like I mentioned the other day, daylight savings time doesn't happen here in Korea, but unfortunately, my streaming time is very limited. If that doesn't work for everybody, what I'll do is I will split days up. So, like Monday and Wednesday, I'll have to. Well, Monday and Wednesday would work, but Tuesday and Thursday, my streaming time will be a little bit awkward, as well as on Saturday, my time, which would be Friday, your time, and time is so confusing. But just let me know if you're all interested in joining me down the road. I will do my best to make time because I want to write with everybody. I'm doing this for you guys. Um, so I want to say thank you, everybody. I really have to get going now. I've got about 3 minutes to get to my next class, uh, and I'm still wearing shorts. So I got to get dressed for class. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will see you soon. Udi, if you're streaming later, I will drop in. I'm not going to be doing too much, so just I hope I get the message when you pop on so I can come hang out. Have an awesome evening, everybody. I'll see you soon.